Hi, Josh here from Education 2020. It's holiday time and that means it's Lego time. So we've got a whole heap of Lego here out. We've been playing with it as a family and just having a great time. It's made me remember back to my uni days when I heard a really good metaphor that explains how we as people learn new things. It was first said to me in the form of a jigsaw, and Lego is kind of like a 3D jigsaw, so I thought I'd show you this metaphor using the Lego. The metaphor has a title of Spheres of Knowledge, and the metaphor goes that inside your head, when you learn something about a certain field of information, you construct what's called a sphere of knowledge, and these are constructed slowly but surely over time, and when you feel like you've got sufficient knowledge in that field, you get a sphere of knowledge. Now my son has been building with Lego and he's built this police station over here, and it's pretty complete. It's even got a boom gate, but there's other parts that go to this police station. I first learnt the metaphor all the way back then, back in university, and I believe it still holds water today and explains a lot of things, from the reasons why kids don't engage in some lessons all the way through to why some people throw away a faith that they've been practicing for their entire lives. And it goes like this: inside our minds are spheres of knowledge, and these knowledge spheres are made up of jigsaw pieces, little bits of information that come together. You might be a few pieces this way and all of a sudden you've stumbled across another jigsaw piece that belongs to that piece of information, and it's been made more complete. There may be a sphere for running, a sphere on how to play chess, and you may even have a sphere for grammar. Look at that guy. He's Mr. Grammar. Eventually, when they all snap together, they make sense and you have what seems like a really good understanding of that area. That is, until we come across a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. Now, we can have this puzzle piece off to the side, but this puzzle piece can sit off to the side until it just bugs us so much we've got to do something with it. Sometimes we pull our puzzle pieces apart to try and make our new piece fit the system that we've created. Sometimes we just throw the whole thing away out of frustration, not seeming to be able to understand where this puzzle piece fits. And sometimes we find that our spheres are actually part of a bigger sphere of knowledge that sits off to the side like this. It's not just a police station, but the police station comes with a jail that sits off to the side. So I don't actually have to pull this police station apart at all. It's just that it's a part of a larger set of knowledge and understanding. And you've got some people, or maybe you've done this in your own life, where you've just taken this new piece and you've just thrown it away, saying that that new piece is just nonsense. It doesn't make sense at all. Now, you can think of this in terms of kids that have trouble reading. There are a lot of puzzle pieces coming together for when you have to read. You have to make sense of squiggles on a page. You have to make sense of the rhythms and the patterns that we've invented to make sense of these squiggles. And then you have to understand the pattern of language in general, both spoken and written. Very complex. So you can understand why some kids get so frustrated. Some kids it's easy for them. They've just snapped these pieces together easily. And other kids just think, hey, this is not for me. I'm tired of being frustrated. I want to do something that I like. Then you've got those people that work with that odd piece that just didn't make sense. And they've worked and they've studied with this piece until they've found that actually it's belonging to something that's a similar set. It's not the same set, but it's a similar set of knowledge. And I've got our little girl's Duplo set here. So what could seem to be part of the Lego set actually belongs to the Duplo set. And knowledge is like that as well. Some of it may be scientific knowledge, while others may be philosophical knowledge, or mathematical knowledge, or maybe even theological knowledge. They're all very related, but they're not always the same thing. But with kids, no one really tells you this as a kid. No one tells you that it's closely related, but not the same thing. And that's the thing. We all have to sit down and make sense of our spheres. We have to sit down and we have to put these spheres of knowledge together to make sense. As a teacher, I can't do that for kids. You can't do that for your kids. We can only do it for ourselves. So next time your child's having some trouble putting some pieces together, give them some time. Give them some time. Don't freak out. They need to sit through this. They need to put this information together and construct it for themselves so it makes sense to them. Well, what about you? I'm interested in hearing, where's this happened in your life? Have you got some amazing journey, life story that you could share amongst the community here at Education 2020? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Josh from Education 2020. Happy New Year, Happy New Decade. May it be a good one for you. We'll see you soon on education2020.com.